She's the woman whose porcelain beauty could stop time. The star who danced between passion and pain beneath Hollywood's brightest lights, but behind that flawless smile. Behind the designer gowns and golden Oscars, Nicole Kidman was hiding a truth even fame couldn't protect her from, and tonight you're about to see the photos and moments that tell the story she never wanted the world to see. Before we begin, let me ask you, when was the last time you saw real emotion behind a Hollywood face? Because after this story, you may never look at Nicole Kidman the same way again. Nicole Mary Kidman was born in Honolulu, Hawaii on June 20th, 1967. Her father was a biochemist, her mother a nurse. Nothing about her early life screamed Hollywood royalty. When she was just 4, the family moved back to Sydney, Australia. A shy, freckled girl with red curls, Nicole often hid behind her mother's legs during school plays. Ironically, that same shyness would one day make her one of the most mysterious actresses alive. She loved stories, fairy tales, dramas, anything that could transport her somewhere else. Because, deep down, little Nicole didn't want to just act. She wanted to escape. But escape from what? Her childhood was marked by anxiety. She once said, "I used to cry myself to sleep because I was so tall and awkward. I felt like I didn't fit anywhere." Little did she know, that awkwardness would one day make her unforgettable. At 16, she left school to pursue acting full-time. Her first breakout role came in 1983, in a film called Bush Christmas. But few remember that film. What they remember is her. That fresh face with the spark of something powerful, something hauntingly beautiful. But Nicole was never meant to stay in the shadows when the couple began filming Eyes Wide Shut with Stanley Kubrick, one of the most emotionally intense shoots in cinema history. Something broke inside her. The film demanded real vulnerability, real fear, real passion, and it exposed cracks that were already deep in their marriage. By 2001, after 11 years together, Tom filed for divorce. The shock was so sudden, Nicole later said, "I thought my life was over." But what followed was not an ending. It was a rebirth. Let's talk about the photos, the ones that even today, fans can't stop revisiting. March 2001. The paparazzi captured a moment so iconic it became a symbol of liberation. Nicole, stepping out of a Los Angeles courthouse, moments after finalizing her divorce, her arms stretched high, eyes closed, smiling, pure, unfiltered joy, voice deepens for impact. That single photo said what words never could. It was the moment she stopped being Tom Cruise's wife and started being Nicole Kidman. But freedom has its price. The years that followed were filled with solitude. She poured herself into work, Moulin Rouge, The Others, The Hours. Roles that reflected her pain and transformation. Every film seemed to mirror a chapter of her real life, love, loss, redemption, and for that, she earned her first Oscar in 2003. Standing on that stage, golden statue in hand, she didn't smile, she looked down, almost haunted, because sometimes success doesn't heal you. It just hides the scars better. Let's talk about the photos, the ones that even today, fans can't stop revisiting. March 2001. The paparazzi captured a moment so iconic it became a symbol of liberation. Nicole, stepping out of a Los Angeles courthouse, moments after finalizing her divorce, her arms stretched high, eyes closed, smiling, pure, unfiltered joy, voice deepens for impact. That single photo said what words never could. It was the moment she stopped being Tom Cruise's wife and started being Nicole Kidman. But freedom has its price. The years that followed were filled with solitude. She poured herself into work, Moulin Rouge, The Others, The Hours. Roles that reflected her pain and transformation. Every film seemed to mirror a chapter of her real life, love, loss, redemption, and for that, she earned her first Oscar in 2003. Standing on that stage, golden statue in hand, she didn't smile, she looked down, almost haunted, because sometimes success doesn't heal you, it just hides the scars better. Fame never softened Nicole Kidman. It shaped her, and sometimes it scarred her. She once revealed in an interview, "I lost 2 children through miscarriage," a line delivered so quietly that most people missed it. But those who truly listened felt the heartbreak. The world saw a goddess. But inside, she was still that shy redhead who feared being alone. Then came 2005. A new chapter. A man named Keith Urban walked into her life, a country singer with his own scars, his own demons, and for the first time in years, Nicole found peace. Their love wasn't a movie, it was real, messy and beautifully human. She once said, "He's the one who helped me learn how to be seen again." But here's the truth Hollywood doesn't tell you. Even in love, Nicole remained a mystery. I mean, let's be honest, she's probably one of the few people who can make crying on screen look like fine art. Who else can do that? That's the power of Nicole Kidman. She doesn't act, she feels every expression, every silent glance, holds a storm beneath it. Now let's look at the private photos. The ones rarely shown outside fan archives and collector books. You'll see a young Nicole in Australia, barefoot on the beach, holding her baby sister, her smile pure and real. No makeup, no lighting, just sunlight and innocence. Another, and from the early 90s, shows her sitting beside Tom Cruise on a film set, looking off into the distance. Her eyes lost, tired, searching. You can almost feel the quiet sadness behind the glamour. And then, a photo from the Moulin Rouge era, her hair fiery red, eyes sparkling. She's laughing, not posing, just laughing. That, right there, is the photo that sums up her journey. Woman who learned to live again after the world almost broke her. But perhaps the most moving photos of all are the ones taken when she became a mother again, holding her daughters with Keith Urban, Sunday Rose and Faith Margaret. Those photos aren't just pictures. They're proof. Proof that after years of loneliness and loss, Nicole finally found her home. So what is Nicole Kidman's legacy, really? Is it her Oscar? Her movies? Her flawless beauty? Or is it something else, something quieter? Maybe it's the courage to rebuild after the world watched you fall apart. Maybe it's the strength to show vulnerability in an industry built on perfection. She once said, "I don't want to be remembered for my beauty or my fame. I want to be remembered for the truth I bring to my work," and that's what makes her different. Beneath all the lights and gowns, Nicole Kidman is still that tall, shy girl who wanted to disappear, but instead learned how to shine. Voice softens to near whisper, and the most private photos you've seen today. They aren't just memories, they're mirrors of every woman who's ever had to start over, who's ever loved and lost and still stood tall. Nicole Kidman's life isn't just the story of a movie star. It's the story of rebirth, of a woman who fell from the heavens of Hollywood and found herself in the quiet light of her own truth. So, the next time you see her on screen, remember this: behind every perfect shot is a woman who fought to feel real. And if you think Nicole's story moved you, wait till you see what happened to another icon who redefined beauty and heartbreak in Hollywood. Because every legend has a story you were never meant to hear.